Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to Angelic Parenting 5 Life Hacks. Today we're going to be talking about a very important subject, especially to those of us parents that are single. Um, Dating. Yeah, dating. Single parent dating when you have kids. It's an important topic. Let me go ahead real quick and first uh, welcome you if you haven't been here before. If you have been here before and you've subscribed, welcome back, my angelic beauties. Thank you for spending some time with me this Thursday. Please, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that red subscribe button right there. It's not that difficult. And also, let me introduce the song to you. This is Ghetto Music by Outkast. Love this song. I'm on my way to work. After I do this video, I'm gonna be on my way to work. I need to get hypey for the high speed. I can't even talk. Hypey for the day. Anyway, besides that, I am having my free giveaway of Angelic Beauty products, all natural oil, growth oil. It's effective on all hair types, and I'll be sending that out to a special someone. 100% free with free shipping once I hit 75 subscribers, so please get this channel to 75 subscribers. Anyway, dating, 5 life hacks, plus we got a bonus today. Okay, so number one, when you think about dating and you are a single parent, there's first and foremost off top, excuse my red hands, I just did another hair video, and I still have a little dye in my hair, and so my hands are a little bit red. Anyway, when thinking about dating, the first most important thing you should be thinking about is your child and your relationship with the child, and spending quality time with your child. There's one thing my mom always instilled in me. As I was pregnant and my daughter was, a toddler, she said, which is very true, spend time with your child, quality time with your child while they're little, because once they hit 11, 12, 13, those preteen and teenage years, they're not going to want to be up under you all the time. The way your child is with you at 2 years old, 8 years old, how they want to be, with you all the time, mommy or daddy is like God, they want to go to the movies with you. They want to go to the restaurant with you. They want to sleep in your bed. Once those preteen years hit, that time is done. Now it's, I want to go to the mall with my friends. I want to go to the movies with my friends. I want to spend the night at my friend's house. And that time where they're up under you, you never get that back. Because after the preteens, you get into the older teens. They're with their friends. They want a boyfriend. Then, they go off to college, get married. Then they have families of their own. They're trying to be up under their husbands. If you have a girl, if you have a boy, he's trying to stick and move. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to be with his wife and his family. That time rarely, very, very rarely comes back around where your child just want to be all up in your grill all the time. So first things first, when you consider dating, consider the age of your child and put your child first. You might need to put off dating until they do hit that preteen, teenage years. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to spend that time and build a quality bond with them while you can, because you never get it back. So you might have to make that sacrifice to say, my child is 7 years old right now, and my child does want to spend time with me, so let me hold off on dating for a few more years, and then once they start getting more independent and start getting their own friends, I'll get my own friends. So that's number one. You'll, like I said, relish it because you'll never get it back. Number two, hack 2, thing 2, don't introduce your child to every person you date. There's a lot of women who, on a first date with some guy, they want the guy to take her and their children on a date. No. No, don't introduce your child to everybody you date, because everybody you date is not worthy of meeting your child. Especially if it's the first few dates. No, I gotta find out about you. I gotta do my research about you before I introduce you to my child, because children are impressionable. You want to make sure that they have good role models around them, whether they're boys or girls. You know, some people say, oh, well, boys need father figures. Well, girls, are just as impressionable as boys, and not everybody I meet and go on a first, second, third date with is worthy of meeting my daughter. You have to prove that to me first. Now, number 3, uh, train your child or teach your child about dating etiquette, not only for when they go on a date eventually down the line, hopefully, not only for when they accompany you on a date, but also for when they get older and they start dating as well. You want to start teaching them manners. Manners should be off top. You don't fart and burp at the table. I mean, come on, stuff like that. Or if you have kids that are rowdy and loud and throw tantrums, like, do you want to be on a date with a potential person and have your child throwing a tantrum, screaming at the top of their lungs in the middle of the restaurant? No, baby, we ain't having it. Not in my house. But also, so you want to teach them how to behave when they're on a date, but accompanying you on a date, but also for when they get older. Speaking for myself, I have a girl. So for me, things I teach her is, we don't go on dates to McDonald's. Yeah, that's not a date. We don't do that. When you go on a date, he needs to pull out your seat for you. He needs to open the door for you. He's supposed to walk on the outside of the sidewalk. He's not supposed to kiss you and put his hands on you on the first date, or until you're married, or until you're 45. Period. Yeah. No touching, no hugs, no kisses, no pecks, no rubbing shoulders, no. Bubble. I teach my daughter the bubble. He used to remain outside of your bubble. So different things like that. But yeah, teach your son how he should behave when he takes a girl out on a date. No, his pants should not be falling off his behind. Especially not on the first few dates. Like, that's not the way to impress a quality young woman. Now, if she's a hood rat, perhaps, but you also want to train your son, not to date hood rats anyway. If you have a daughter, again, don't conduct yourself like a hood rat. You don't have to order the most expensive thing on the menu, but then again, you don't have to order the cheapest thing on the menu either. Order what you want and enjoy it. You don't have to order a salad. Like, it's okay. You know what I mean? Just different things like that. You want to start teaching your kids while they're young, and them accompanying you on some of your dates later on down the road after you've dated the person for a while, and you start taking them with you on your dates. That's the time for them to see how this person is treating you and how you allow yourself to be treated. So on the few occasions where I have taken my daughter on a date with me, to accompany me on a date, I made sure, the guy opened the door for me and her. We walked through the door first. He pulled the chair out for us. He let us order first. You know what I'm saying? So different things like that, the way that she needs to be treated, I let her see it, so I modeled that behavior. Moving along, number 4, hack 4, thing 4. Now, I know Harvey released a book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. I haven't read it, but there's this theory going around about a probation. Now, I think in Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, it was a probation having to do with sex. So, like, a guy should wait 90 days before you have sex with him, and it's kind of like a job probation. When you go to a job, a lot of times there's a 90-day probation. So how it applies to parenting is going back to the person meeting your kids, not necessarily sex, but meeting your kids. There might, I don't want to say there should be a probation, but it's something you want to consider, is having a probationary period before a person is allowed to meet your kids. Like I said, first 3 dates, out of the question. No. Unless it's a special occasion, like say it's my kid's birthday. I remember one time I was having my daughter's birthday at like a little kiddie amusement park type thing, and she had a birthday party, and so I invited the guy there, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm dating this guy, let me introduce you to this guy that I'm dating. It was more casual, like, oh, Zatara, this is so-and-so, so-and-so, this is Zatara. She didn't really know where he was from. He might have been from my job or whatever. I wasn't introducing him to her like that. But, like I said, as far as the probation, I think probation definitely should be 3 days. Outside of that, it's really up to you if you want to have a probation. Let me give you a couple quick pros and cons as to whether or not you decide to have a probation. Some of the pros of having a probation is, I lost my train of thought that freaking fast. Okay, good things about having a probation. I was thinking, yeah, okay, these women who meet these men off of Facebook, and he end up killing her and the kids. That's a good reason to have a probation. You hear about these women meeting these men, and she has to go to work, and he's babysitting the kids, and the kid like farts the wrong way in his direction, and he chokes the out of him, and the kid is in the hospital or dead. That's a good reason to have a probation. I think a good reason also to have a probation is that you want to give the guy time to get to know you as a person before he sees you as a parent. Because like me, I'm very quick with my mouth with my daughter. Like, I'll tell her whoopty whoop 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 real quick, like 5 seconds before I even realize what I said. And so I might not want a guy to see me in that role so soon. I want him to get to know me as a person and know that I'm a good person and that I mean well and that I have a good heart and I'm reasonable before he sees me pop off. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel that if you know me, then you kind of understand me popping off a little bit better, where if that's just the first thing you see, you think, dang, she a bad one. What's wrong with her? Dang. You know what I'm saying? But if you see me and you see that I am level-headed and it's just certain things she does to push my buttons, then you might have a little bit more understanding of that. And I also find that people, which I completely do not understand, but because I have become a parent myself, I've realized that people question other people's parenting a lot more than I'm comfortable with. And I know if we're, on the first date, second date, third date, and I tell my daughter something, and you say, oh, you don't have to tell her that, that's all right. I'm like, who the F are you? Like, you don't tell me what to do with my child. You know what I'm saying? You barely even know me, and you trying to tell me what. See, that's the way to get you cut, like, real quick. So we don't want to do that. Moving right along. Cons. Cons to having a probationary period is some men think, or I don't want to make this just about single moms, single people, single parents, both male and female. So one of the things is that people don't take you as a package deal. I've actually heard of people who are crazy enough to think me and you gonna do this, that, and the other. Me and you gonna take a vacation. Me and you gonna take a cruise. Me and you gonna go to Vegas for the weekend. Your child is staying at home. You got me messed up. Off top. Like, where do you come from that you think I'm finna leave my child at home? We gonna go to Vegas for Memorial Weekend and I'm gonna leave my child at home. No, I'm not. So I think the good thing, or excuse me, a con about having a probationary period is that it does not get, I don't know if I'm saying this right, you don't want people to think that they can just have you without the child. I don't know if that's a con or a pro. I'm kind of confused and the video is taking too long. Let me move along. You get my point. Okay, that was number 4. Number 5, do not, let me say this again, do not leave your child alone with anyone you're dating. If we are not married, you don't get to be alone with my child. Unless the child is yours. Now, if you are boyfriend and girlfriend, engaged for 10 years, and your child is 3, and you had the child with your man, and y'all, you know, are together and have been together for forever and all that other kind of stuff, and it's his child, that's the exception. But if you are not my child's father, and we have been together less than 5 years, you're not being alone with my child. No. Because I don't want to go to jail if you make a mistake. Which, if you make a mistake, I will be in jail. I will be locked up. They won't let me out. Anyway, don't quit. I don't care if you need a babysitter. Child, I will take the day off work before I leave my child alone with some dude. If you ain't married to him and you've been with him less than 5 years and he's not the baby's father, his name is some dude. Don't leave your child alone with some dude, because at the end of the day, if something happens, you might call him Frank or Daquan or Tyrone or whatever. You might call him Bay or Boo or whatever. But at the end of the day, if something happens, if he does something to your child and CPS has to get involved and the police have to get involved, they gonna call him some dude. You left your child at home alone with some dude and now your child is dead. Now your child is in the hospital and you left your child with some dude. I don't want to take too long on this video. I'm about to piss myself off. Anyway, the bonus. Number 6. You need to, the person you're dating needs to impress your child while still maintaining authority. So in other words, when you're dating someone, it's like they're trying to impress you. I think it was Chris Rock who said, when you're dating, you don't meet the real person, you meet their representative, right? So when you're dating, they're trying to impress you. They're trying to win your affection. Okay, so if you're dating me and me and my child are one, as we should be, you need to impress my child just as much as you need to impress me. The only difference is that you need to remain an adult while my child remains a child, because, and the authority is important because you don't want that person to set up a situation where they're always begging for your child's affection, and then the relationship progresses and you guys get married or it turns into something long-term and serious, and your child has no respect for that person. Oh, well, I'll be your friend if you buy me these new J's. Oh, well, I'll tell my mom good things about you if you take me to Disneyland. You don't want to set up that type of situation. So that person does need to impress your child and win your child's affection, while at the same time still maintaining the fact that they are an adult and they do need to be respected. And if they can't do that, they might not be the right person for you. because you really don't want to set that up in your household. So with that, I'm going on 20 minutes. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like I said, get this video to, or my channel, I keep saying that, my channel to 75 subscribers, and y'all be blessed.